When loss enters a home, it leaves behind silence and questions. One of the most confusing questions for many widows is simple yet unclear. When should I file for Social Security benefits? The official letters mention ages and months, but they never reveal the secret detail that decides everything. Inside the system, an unseen clock begins ticking from the day your spouse passes. Every month that follows quietly changes the value of your future checks. It is the hidden timer Social Security uses, and understanding it turns mystery into control. Most people assume survivor benefits depend only on age milestones, like 60 or full retirement age. That is partly true, yet inside the formulas, the system counts specific months, not years. Each month you wait between 60 and your full survivor age raises your percentage slightly. The government rarely explains how precise that counter is. It runs like a quiet clock, measuring patience and rewarding or reducing based on your timing. To see the hidden timer at work, imagine two widows. Both are 60. One applies the week after her 60th birthday. The other waits 12 months. Even though both are still 60, their benefits differ because the system counts credit months, not birthdays. Those 12 months change every future payment. This internal calendar sits inside every agency computer, waiting to freeze a number the moment you sign. Why keep the design invisible? Social Security builds fairness through uniform formulas. Every month of delay between 60 and full survivor age raises the benefit fraction by about half of 1%. At 60, the reduction is roughly 29% compared with the full amount. Spread across 72 months, each month matters. The program does not think in years. It thinks in tiny fractions of time. In 2026, the schedule looks the same as today. At 60, the system pays about 71% of your spouse's full retirement benefit. Each month you wait adds 0.1% until full survivor age, usually 67 for those born after 1960. 6 months add roughly 0.5%. A year adds 0.7. The changes sound small until you multiply them by decades of deposits. If your spouse earned $3,100 monthly, claiming at 60 brings about $2,200 each month, you wait raises roughly $10 to $20. 5 years of waiting earns the full $3,100. Because benefits last for life, small monthly differences become tens of thousands. The timer logs each month like a stopwatch, tracking patience. Understanding this timer changes how you see Social Security. It is not one decision, but 72 small ones spread across 6 years. Each month you delay is a vote for lifetime income. Each month you start early is a permanent reduction. Behind the screen, one column marks your age in months since 60 and the other holds the survivor percentage. When your application arrives, the system matches the columns and freezes them. Even a few days early or late changes the recorded start and the value attached to your name. Lydia learned this timing secret by accident. Her husband died when she was 59. She planned to apply just after her 60th birthday. Paperwork delays pushed the appointment 6 weeks later. That shift added to credit months and about 1% to her payment. Every month equals money. This rule can work in your favor because rigid precision means predictable results. Yet its invisibility causes countless missteps. The timer also continues beyond 60 if you later switch from survivor to your own retirement benefit. Under the delayed retirement system, each year from full survivor age to 70 raises your personal benefit by 8%. Again, the computer measures months, not years. Waiting even one additional month brings a proportional increase. Time itself becomes currency within the system. When you read that survivor benefits start at 60 and reach full value at 67, the hidden timer quietly converts those 7 years into more than 2,000 daily calculations. Each day adds a microfraction to your record unique to you. The filing month also matters. The agency sets your effective date as the first day of the month when you meet two conditions: correct age and application filed. If your birthday sits late in the month, you meet the age rule only after that day. For example, a birthday on the 25th means eligibility starts next month no matter when you apply. One short wait can equal a full month of credit. Once you know how the timer works, you can choose the best filing moment. Plan by month rather than birthday. Decide whether to file right after turning 60 or hold until a month that aligns with your income or insurance needs. The timer gives you options. The agency applies whichever month you stop it. Filing too early has permanent cost. The first check comes sooner but never grows to match those who waited. Every cost of living increase multiplies on a smaller base. Over long retirements, the difference grows into thousands. Social Security never resets once the stopwatch stops. By 2026, the formulas will still mirror today. Rules shift rarely. What changes are personal factors like health, employment, and savings. Knowing how your own calendar interacts with the program's internal one brings true control. Patience connects directly with other rules. The earnings test counts wages under full survivor age. If work income exceeds the limit, it creates partial withholding, recorded as missing months. Yet withheld money returns later as the system readjusts. The same internal calendar that reduces your early benefit credits you again when withheld months are restored. Even lost payments feed the same hidden machine. Another unnoticed detail involves cost of living increases that happen before you claim. Each January raises the base payment on your spouse record. Even if you have not applied, those raises accumulate until you file. You end up claiming your percentage of a larger number. The hidden timer and COLA combine into a partnership, quietly building value year by year. There is no single perfect filing date. Two schedules overlap, your exact age in months and the payment month system. Because payments begin the month after approval, you must think 30 days ahead. Filing too early reverses gains. Filing after a key date loses 1 or 2 months of potential payments. The sweet spot will always be the month when the timer aligns with your financial plan. Natalie discovered this at 61. Her birthday was in November and she wanted checks by March. The representative explained she must file in February. If she waited until March, her start would move to April because benefits always begin the month after. Missing February would cost 1 full month. The hidden clock only moves forward. Natalie followed that schedule and received the correct amount on time. Each widow who hears her story learns that counting months, not just years, protects income. Some widows claim early, then feel locked in. Once the system records a start month, the lower rate becomes permanent. The only way to change it is to withdraw within 12 months and repay all received benefits. The countdown never restarts otherwise. Withdrawal is rare and must be quick. Beyond that window, the timer cannot rewind. Survivor and retirement applications also have separate timers. Filing one does not create the other. The survivor countdown applies to your spouse record, while your own work record keeps growing quietly with each paying job. Later, you can switch to the higher amount. The computer tracks both independently and merges them only when you choose. Strategy lives in knowing you own 2 timers, not one. Awareness creates small opportunities. The application asks which month you want benefits to begin. Most check the current month by habit. Those who understand choose a later month and allow a little extra credit to build. A delay of 60 to 90 days can add a lasting increase. The form never advertises this control. It waits for those who look closely. The same counting system defines who qualifies as a surviving spouse. You must have been married at least 9 months before your partner passed and not remarried before 60. Each rule measures months precisely, not anniversaries. The agency computers verify marriage and birth dates to the day. The pattern of time measurement is everywhere inside the program. Why does almost no one know this? Because brochures simplify for space, using phrases like "if you are 60 or older, you may qualify." That sentence hides the monthly mechanism. 2 widows, both labeled age 60, might hold 10 months of difference between them and never notice until payments arrive. The only way to see your exact rate is to ask for the monthly chart. Susan once waited 10 months past her 60th birthday before applying. Her patients raised her benefit by about 1.5%, around $40 monthly. Over 20 years, those dollars became nearly $10,000. She earned this gain simply by asking to see her chart before deciding. The timer rewards those who ask questions. Every calculation seeks actuarial balance. Early filers get more months but smaller amounts. Later filers get fewer months but higher payments. Lifetime totals are meant to equal out across the population, yet women typically live longer, so patience favors them. After loss, immediate filing can feel like regaining control, but waiting until plans and emotions settle creates better outcomes. Filing from calm replaces reaction with intention. The hidden timer even shapes COLA gains after filing. Each January adjusts your balance upward because raises stack on your original amount. A higher start lets future increases compound faster. Smaller checks stay smaller forever. The system is logical once you see its rhythm. To use the rule well, start with your birth date and count each month to your full survivor age, usually 67. Mark each month as roughly 0.1%. Multiply by the monthly value you expect. Seeing your own chart shows what weighting adds. The abstract idea becomes personal math. The agency allows limited backdating up to 6 months if you were already eligible, but this moves you backward on the timer. Each backdated month lowers your life rate. Quick money today costs growth later. Files that choose retroactive months sign away a portion of their lifetime credit. Now you can see the truth. Social Security operates more on time than money. Every feature from marriage rules to earnings tests counts months. Learn how those months affect your own path. The question, when should I file, is no longer emotional. It becomes a timeline you control. Think of the hidden timer as the heartbeat of the system. It never stops, counts patiently, and respects awareness. Waiting for months or 2 years seems minor, yet compounds across decades. Stability favors those who market their own time carefully. No one answer fits all. Some must claim quickly to meet needs. Others can wait and harvest decades of growth. The right decision begins when you see how the timer records every choice. Ask for the monthly percentage chart. It is your property, though rarely mailed. Once you see it, the numbers make sense. When widows understand this, communities change. They teach one another that a few months of awareness can create years of comfort. Knowledge shared breaks confusion for the next generation. Remember that your filing freezes time. The first deposit affirms that the waiting is over and the reward is measured. Every cost of living increase from then on will rest on that chosen base. The bigger your starting point, the stronger every future raise becomes. Social Security was never a mystery. It is a calendar disguised as security. You have now uncovered how it truly functions. Take pride in your understanding. You can explain to anyone how the system counts months, how it builds fairness, and how controlling your timing gives you control over your future. The counter that once hid behind your paperwork now belongs to you. Every widow deserves that clarity. Each month of foresight buys a future of confidence rather than confusion. When you decide your filing month, you are not simply signing forms. You are claiming ownership of time itself and turning it into income.